It's about 7 a.m. Tuesday the 23rd. I'm just leaving that campground and walking either to Sierra City or to the highway to hitch to Sierra City, whichever. Unfortunately, this morning, a lot of smoke rolled in from somewhere. Now, I know there was some thunderstorms yesterday afternoon. It might have caused this, it's hard to say, or it rolled in from somewhere else, but smoke, of course, is not a good sign. It means trail closures, and it's harder to hike too with thick smoke. So I guess today's a good day to take a day off and find out what's happening. Hopefully nothing's changing and the smoke clears up. Okay, just walking into Sierra City. There's a place, Buttes Resort, I didn't know was here, but it doesn't matter. I found a place to stay. So this is, I don't think anything's open yet. It's 7:30 in the morning. I know that this cafe isn't open today, but I'll probably have something like breakfast there tomorrow maybe. And it's for sale. A lot of smoke, of course. Turns out I talked to a couple that were out for a walk this morning, and it was lightning strikes. And I remember seeing the thunderstorm yesterday, and they said 3 fires got started. So that's where the smoke's coming from. It's behind us, behind me on the trail. So hopefully that's the actual facts. But I'll spend the day here and I'll find more out. That's the hotel I'm staying at. It's a little after 1 o'clock. I've been in town for about 5 or 6 hours, and just waiting for check-in time. You can't check me in early. So I've been hanging out near the country store where I'm going to do some resupply later. They have a deli, so I had a big burrito for lunch. Man, it was big. And next to the store is kind of this hiker lounge. And I've seen a few like this. This one's fairly nice, although when I got here this morning, it was absolutely filthy. Garbage everywhere. So I was chatting with Larry, and I said, look, give me a garbage bag and I'll clean this up, which I did. And then set out a couple of bags. But you can see, look at the charging station that they provide, which is really nice. There's a hiker box area, not too much here, but there's a few things. The weirdest thing I've ever seen at a hiker box full of dog food. Maybe the dog quit, I don't know. But there's dog food available if you want it. And then there's a table, which I had to wash that and clean it up. Nobody would have sat at it if I hadn't. And since I've been here, a few people have been sitting around and have lunch or chat. So, kind of where I'm hanging out until I get booked into the hotel. Been chatting with a bunch of hikers. Smoke's cleared up. There isn't any more smoke here, but the fire is north of us. So we'll see if that affects anything for me. So it's 12 o'clock, Wednesday the 24th, day 9, I guess. Day 8 was a 0 day at Sierra City, which was a good break. Really hot. It's a little cooler up here. I just spent 2 hours climbing to get up to where I am now. And gonna take it easy today. There's some water about another 2 hours from here, so visited with some really nice people at Sierra City. The owner of the country store there, Larry, just works his butt off all day long. At least right now, it's so busy with hikers. And then at the old Sierra City Hotel, Rob is the only guy there. He owns it, but he's also the guy who cleans up everything and, you know, does all the laundry, everything you need to do to run a hotel. There's an old bar in there that isn't being used, so last night he and I and a couple other guys sat out on the front porch and BS'd for a while. He's quite the guy. There's a picture of him I'm gonna put along with this video. He even does some gold mining, and I met a gold miner this morning. They just do it part-time for fun. There's a lot of gold in these hills, and you know, especially after a storm, Rob was saying they know where to look and they find the gold, so it's kind of cool. Anyway, back on the trail. It's supposed to be 100 degrees today. I don't think it'll be that hot up here at the elevation I'm at, about 7,000 feet, but it's warm enough. The breeze certainly helps too. Forgot to mention earlier too, when I got dropped off at the trailhead, there was a young Israeli fellow, his name's Tamir. He was setting up trail magic right at the trail there. He had some fruit, beer, munchies, all kinds of stuff. He's going to hang out there all day. It's his last day on the trail. He's going to travel around on his way home. He's going to Iceland, then Europe, and then back to Israel. And so before he went, last night he hitchhiked all the way to Truckee from here, from Sierra City. Went shopping, and then hitchhiked all the way back. It's quite the effort. And so he was at the trailhead here this morning, 10 o'clock when I was there, so I stopped and visited for a while, had some fruit, and yeah, it was good to see him. Really friendly young guy, good guy, and glad I met him. He was kind of a neat, interesting person to talk to. Okay, it's 3:45. I'm not sure how many miles I've hiked. I haven't really checked. Very exposed where I was walking and pretty hot, so came to a really nice spring and loaded up. And now I'm at the kind of this peak or saddle, and over there are some either clouds, which would be nice, but I have a feeling that's the gold complex fire that started day before yesterday east of the Pacific Crest Trail. They haven't closed the trail because I think the fire is headed the other direction, but pretty sure that's probably it. Hopefully it's just clouds, but if it's the fire, I don't think it's coming this way. Hi, it's the end of the day on the 24th, Wednesday. Did 10 miles, exactly 10 miles, which kind of surprised me a bit. I didn't think I was doing that well, actually, especially early on because it was so rocky and hot and exposed walking on a ridge line. But anyway, I made it to, a place called Upper Tamarack Lake, right here behind me. And there was a couple of guys fishing here when I got here, and I knew they were here because I'd bumped into a Scottish woman earlier and they'd given her a beer, and which was pretty nice. So she took it with her, and when I got down here I didn't get offered a beer, but they gave me a cookie, so I'll take it. I had a couple of beers the other day from Trail Angels, and that was nice, so I can't complain. And I'll take the cookie. That's dessert tonight. So yeah, 10 miles past the 1,200 mile mark. Little a few miles ago. I think we're at mile 1208 right now. So yeah, another kind of milestone. The 1200 mile marker is gone. And so next up is 1300.